Creating an online course can be more of an art than a science, but there are a few things that most successful courses share in common. My name is James, and in this video, we're going to take a look at a few ways to level up your online course creation process. This is the 4 steps to creating an engaging course. Someone once said that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Well, we want to ensure that any course you create is going to achieve your goals and those of your learners as well. While it might seem easier to dive right into your course content, taking some time up front to create an outline can actually help you avoid frustration and wasted time later on. A clear, engaging content outline serves both you and your learners as you start mapping out a new course. So what exactly is a course outline? It's your game plan for the sections, lessons, quizzes, and other content you want to include in your course. With the 4 steps in this video, you'll be able to create course after course that engages your learners and achieves your goals. Step 1 is to identify your learners and their goals. Start out by centering your focus and identifying your learners, the students who will be taking your course. Here are a few questions that you might want to consider. Who are they? What are they trying to achieve? What are they struggling with? And how is your course going to help them achieve their goals? Let's go for an example. We're going to create a course for new knitters who are trying to learn about the different stitch abbreviations used by a very specific brand of wool. They're looking to master all the different stitches so they can create their next knitting masterpiece. Their biggest struggles are that they are new to knitting and need both technique and step-by-step instructions for each stitch. The course that we're going to build is going to give them the confidence to read knitting patterns and the capability to create their next project. By defining exactly who our learners are and what their goals are, we can begin to narrow the focus of our course content and make it much more applicable as well. This also helps us get ready for the next step in creating an engaging course. That is, creating a roadmap to the desired outcome. In our example, we're designing a new knitting course for beginners. Our goal is to give them confidence to read knitting patterns and the knowledge to create their next great project. With this in mind, we can now begin to map out the individual lessons, quizzes, and sections to our course. Think of the roadmap as a bare-bones first draft of your outline. It simply plots out the route from the beginning to the end of your course. Your starting point should be a simple introduction. No matter your course topic, every course should begin with an introduction of key concepts. Remember, your learners may not all start from the same place. Some students may need a quick overview before diving into the course content. Use scaffolding strategies as you identify the subsequent sections in your course roadmap. I'll leave a link in the description below to some additional reading on scaffolding. As you go, be mindful of the course progression. Your sections should serve as building blocks that start simple and move toward more and more complex ideas. Don't introduce a complicated topic or idea too early in the course. Work your way up to the big takeaways. Going back to our example course, we might start with basic stitch abbreviations and show our learners how to do them in the 2 most common styles of knitting, English and Continental. As our learners master these basic stitches, we move them into stitch increases and decreases, so they can progress from knitting scarves and blankets to knitting hats and mitts as well. We outline our course to make sure that our learners are able to build themselves up from technique to technique and from outcome to outcome. After each step in your content roadmap, you'll want to feature an element that helps make learning stick for your students. This brings us to our 3rd step in creating an engaging course: reinforcing the learning. There are many ways to reinforce learning, but with an online course, quizzes are a great way to help your learners practice with concepts and give you some insight into how well your course content does at achieving your goals. You could also provide additional reading materials, videos, and resources, or close each section with an essay question where students can put concepts into practice. Help your learners spread the word about your course by inviting them to share their progress via social media, and you can turn your learners into your ambassadors too. Once you've sketched out a roadmap for your course, it's time to flesh out your course outline with detailed sections and lesson titles. This brings us to our final step: putting the pieces together. For each section of your course, consider the following. What is the medium? Will the section be presented as text, a video, or a combination of mediums? What are your talking points for each lesson? What information do you need to convey? How does this section build upon the previous sections? How does it lead into the following section? How does this section tie back to the learner's goals? By now, you'll have a thorough content outline for your course. All that's left is the final step, to build your course. LearnDash's drag and drop interface makes it easy to convert your outline into a full course quickly and easily. If you're not already using LearnDash, try out a free demo to take us for a test drive. I'll leave a link in the description below. Whether you need a simple way to create a course website from scratch, or you're looking to create a course on your existing WordPress site, LearnDash has a solution for every course and every course creator. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to be the first to see our latest tips, tricks, and tutorials. We can't wait to see what you create next.